Good morning, everyone. It is Saturday, August 1st. Don't really have much going on today. Right now, I kind of just want to do a makeup look. Let's get started with the day, though. So, I'm going to do a Barbara Streisand, mostly funny girl inspired makeup look. If you don't know who Barbara Streisand is, first of all, shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on your family. Shame on your cow. She's my favorite. Funny Girl is one of my favorite musicals ever. I love classic musicals. I love classic vintage things. And Barbara Streisand, just something about her voice makes me cry every time that I hear it. And I think just seeing a woman who is not the traditional beauty standard, and so seeing someone like her just grow so big, who didn't look like all the other actresses in her time, is really inspiring to me personally. So I'm going to do a makeup tribute, I guess, to her, to kind of make myself look like her in Funny Girl. If you've never seen Funny Girl, watch it, please. It's so good, and it's not a normal romantic comedy. I love stuff that is realistic. That's why I love La La Land so much, is it's very fantasy-like, but it's got a realistic storyline. At the same time, I love stuff like that. Funny Girl to me is one like that, where not everything happens the way that you want it to. Yes, Barbara Streisand. Now I'm energized up. Let's do this. And I'm going to do my brows off camera. I'll be right back. Now that my brows are done, I've thinned them out a little bit, made the arches not as big as I normally would, elongated them down a little bit, and made the wings just a little thinner than I normally would. Next, what I'm going to do is conceal and just lift. And so with that, I'm going to use my Sephora concealer in shade 11 Tatin, I think is what it's called, and just conceal right here and really use this to lift here. Let's get rid of that. I love this concealer so much. I pretty much use it as foundation. I haven't used foundation in a really long time. So I'll use some of my eyebrows and help kind of shape them, really cut them out. Now that we look absolutely crazy, we are going to just blend in this look. I'm mostly going to be focusing on the eyes for this look to really achieve Barbara Streisand. The next thing that I'm going to do is bake. And so with it, I have, let me explain this. I got this little trial KVD powder, and I actually really liked it, but I had it in just translucent setting powder. But I didn't want to buy more, and I actually had a bunch of these Ben Nye setting powders back from when I did stage makeup at college. And so I've just had a bunch of these, so I just keep refilling this because I like the top and how it actually has the like holes in it, so I can tip it upside down, get some on the top, you know, and press my dry beauty blender into it. So yeah, I really use stage makeup to set my face. I use Ben Nye's Fair Translucent Powder in shade 6H1 Fair. I'm gonna just press it into here with my beauty blender and make myself look absolutely crazy. And you know what? That is a-okay. Before I go off camera, I'm gonna show you my primer. Okay. If you are a true Nikki Tutorials fan, you're gonna die for this. So I use P. Louise base. I think this is my all-time favorite product I've ever bought, other than eyeshadow palettes, because I do have an obsession with eyeshadow palettes and lipsticks. But this P. Louise base, and I have it in Rumor 01. Okay, so this right here is the finished look. Minus lashes. I don't have lashes on just yet. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to brush away my baking. Just kind of show you with that lift what we've got, and when I contour here a little bit, it's just gonna pop and it'll really finish off the look. I forgot to mention, I did this whole look minus the black liner with this one Morphe palette. So far, it's one of my favorite palettes that I've ever bought. It's the Truth or Bare 18T Artistry palette. So look, beautiful. You can tell it has been well loved so far. A lot of nude type colors, dark browns, purples, and tans. I love this palette. I've been using it a ton just for even everyday wear, and it goes perfect for the look that I want to do right here. So the first thing that I did is I took a Morphe, see these Morphe brushes that I got do not have names on them. So I got this Morphe spoolie eyebrow brush, made sure to really press it. And I took the color on the reel, which is the second row, fourth color, and it's kind of a light brown, and so this is to help me sketch out the shape. So taking that color and just trying my best to match other side. You don't really want to lift your eyebrows because that is not how your eye is gonna sit. Also adding, while we're here, the wing. Remember, this is just for sketching out where we want to go. Now that these are pretty much, wow, they're pretty much even. I'm really proud of myself. I'm gonna take this Morphe flat brush, little flat brush, and I'm gonna take the color Tell All from the 18T Morphe palette. It's this last corner one right here. And here's the trick. So I'm just gonna put a tiny bit on, and what I'm gonna do is basically right on that line, just pat it on. And I'm actually gonna take, since I'm using the very tip of my brush, I'm actually gonna go from above with it, which is a lot harder, and just literally stamp it on so it'll be easier to blend. And I'm same angle, just gonna, with the very tip, blend literally the very top, just scratch it. So now I'm gonna take this other Morphe brush. This is the more fluffier brush, and just gonna scratch the top. And I'm gonna just do baby circles. I'm gonna take this flat brush. I think I literally got these brushes off Amazon, but they still work great. Take the color Genuine, which is second row, first color right here, and pat it onto my lid. And this is a very light color, but this is just basically gonna be a base for the shimmer that we're gonna use here in a second. And just go right underneath that line onto my lid, right up to the corner. And again, patting, not swiping. So now what we're gonna do is take this small, literally flat, it's literally just a line, and brush. And I'm gonna take this Grace and Stella Spray All Day Rose Spray and spray it on the brush, both sides, make sure it's not soaking, and use the color Expose, which is first row, third color right here. I literally just press it and drag just a little bit. And I'm just gonna get pigment on there. And first I'm gonna go along this line and kind of put the color on, drag it a little bit. Using a wet brush with shimmers really helps the color stay, and it also really helps it seal it onto your eyelid with your primer. And it also just helps the shine pop, which is always what we want. You don't have to worry about getting too close to the lash line just because we are going to be putting eyeliner there. And then just to add an extra little oomph, I take my ring finger, rub it, and go in and tap kind of where the biggest part of my lid is, trying not to get too close to that line because we do want that line to be pretty sharp. Now that I've got that done, I'm gonna take my angled brush once again and go in with that color Tell All, this bottom corner one right here, and make a very small line just where the shimmer and your basically new crease meet. I'm going to take my little crease brush and again just scratch the top of it to blend it. Now it's not perfect. I always struggle with doing this side of my eye because I'm not super ambidextrous yet. With my left hand I used to be, but then, you know, practice makes perfect, and I did not practice for a very long time. And then taking my fluffy brush again, making sure there's no shadow on it. We're literally using this just to blend. And just gonna go in again with the very tip of that brush and making sure that this is all blended out nice and perfect. My eyeliner, I used this very small brush. Again, this is from like Amazon. Very small, I think this is an eyeliner brush, Precise Eyeliner, yep. And I actually cut all of the like dead away kind of bristles to make it a point. And I am using this, again, I have run out of my good eyeliners, so I'm using this LA Colors. I love the black pigmentation this gives, but I don't like the felt tip, but the formula is great. So I'm going to use, this is just LA Colors Gray Fix eyeliner in black. And so I just take a little bit my brush and swipe it on here, literally just using the top, and the top of this brush is pretty much hardened from eyeliner. And so first I'm gonna start by just going along this line right here. I always get so nervous doing eyeliner, even though I have like practice, it still just is like, I also have shaky hands, so it takes a lot for my brain to like calm itself. And then I'm gonna start just a little corner right here, going in to go on my lash line, and then I will fix the connecting wing right here, make it just a little bit thicker at the end. Okay, now I know that my eyes are not like perfectly symmetrical, whatever. This liner I can definitely tell is angled up a little bit more than this one. That's okay, this is for fun. Last step on the eyes other than mascara is taking this little angled brush again, getting all the shadow off of it, and I am going to use the color again on the reel. So that first one that we used to really shape it out at first and sketch it, I'm going to use that underneath. And notice how I've got this little flick going on, and I left space in between the liner And that, again, to help open up the eyebrows. So I'm gonna start right here and just like regular under eye liner, keep it very tight. And then once I get to this last third, keeping it pretty straight because I want it to go and not connect to my liner. Now on this side, it does look like it connects a little bit more than this side. Again, that's okay. Let it extend, let it. And now I'm taking another blending brush. Just gonna blend lightly, lightly, lightly under here so it's not such a harsh line. Okay, I'm gonna do mascara. Basically all I do is curl my lashes and then use, I actually love this. This is like the only drugstore product I like. This is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Full Fan Effect. Which that sounds really like, oh, I hate drugstore makeup, but like really when you've worked with good quality products, going to drugstore is really difficult when you can see both of them. Okay, I'm gonna do mascara. It's not that entertaining, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna do it off camera. Lashes are done. To finish off just my eye area is extend my brow because it's kind of come off, especially like on this side. Take a little bit on the edge and just extend that tail. Not letting my brow and my liner touch. For contouring, I'm gonna use my Tartiste Pro Glow by Tarte. This is the contour and highlight palette, not the contour and blush palette. And so for contouring, oddly enough, I actually use these like unicorn brushes that I got off Amazon. And so first thing I'm gonna do is take this angled one and chisel out my cheekbones. I mean, I'm gonna use the powder. It is Sculpt, and give myself, I have a reference photo right here, and start up here and really define my cheek. Because obviously we do not have the same face structure, but I'm gonna make it kind of close. I'm also gonna heavily bronze right here, a much more defined jawline than I do, and bring it down to my neck to kind of match. I'm not really gonna contour right here because my temples are a little bit more sunken in than hers are. Also gonna just bronze just the very top of my forehead. Kind of shorten it just a little bit compared to hers. I've got a little bit of a longer head than she does, literally just barely. And now just using this to really just blend. I'm gonna use this small one to contour my nose. So I am gonna go down the sides, but I'm gonna start down here. And I'm not gonna angle in like I normally do. I'm actually gonna angle out. I'm gonna do my most dreaded thing, and I'm gonna contour under and above my bump so it sticks out a little more than usual. But you know what? Barbara Streisand can do it. So can I. Make it look like I got a new nose. See? Boom. Okay. And blend that all out. Just the slightest difference make my bump really stand out. And I know this lighting's not the best. When I turn and face my mirror, it'll look a little bit better. And you know what? She's got bigger lips than I do. So I'm gonna have to plump them. I have very small lips. That's something that I'm super insecure about. And I use the Too Faced lip injection. I do pat it in to my lips because that does seem to help kind of activate it. Oh yeah, there we go. For highlighter, I'm gonna do just regular right here. She also brings it down a little bit more, so I'm gonna do that. Wow, her highlight is always popping, especially in Funny Girl. Okay, I'm gonna use the color Strobe, which is the silver color right here. Don't be scared to highlight the nose. We're gonna highlight the tip. We're gonna highlight the bump. I'm gonna take a smaller brush now and highlight my brow bone. I'm gonna highlight in here too, to just give me that kind of space that I want. While my lips are plumping, I'm gonna show you my dreaded secret of my eyebrow gel. Okay, I'm gonna use this spoolie. I use an EOS. I use an old EOS that I actually don't know if I ever use this. Anyways, it works wonders. So here I am, brow gel. This is my brow gel. Acts like cement. Okay, I am back, and last step is to put on lip gloss. I'm going to be using, I got this Sephora pack that's originally like $100 for $25. So I'm going to be using this in number 7 Sephora Warm Nude, and not lining my lips. I'm not going to line my lips, and just apply this straight on to my lips. There it is. My Barbara Streisand inspired look. Let me go into the light a little bit better to show you the finished look. So here it is in the light, all its glory. We really protruded my little bump I got. Yeah, we totally changed my nose. I look like a different person. Elongated the eyebrows, chiseled the cheek, gave me more of a jawline, and the eyes just opened with this look. I love it. I shortened my face a little bit. Anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much. See you later. Bye.